What is up, peeps? This is For the Win TCG, and I'd welcome you back to another YouTube video. And today we are playing a very interesting and actually good deck. Like, this deck is genuinely good, it's quite powerful, and it's also very fun to play. So, what is this deck? You've pretty much figured it out because of the thumbnail, obviously. But yeah, it is Pheramosa and Parasect. So this, of course, is taking inspiration from the wonderful Xurkitree Parasect, one of my favorite decks I've ever created. But it's actually, and I'm going to say this with caution, better. I think it does work very well. It's actually surprisingly consistent. It has donk potential with its first raid attack, and it has Beast Ring as well, which I know Xurkitree does have, but Beast Ring really allows you to fully utilize the Pheramosas consistently. And of course, you've got a higher HP, you have Aether Paradise to work with, and it's actually a really fun and consistent deck, and it seems to have what Xurkitree doesn't, and I don't know what it is, but when I play Xurkitree and Parasect, there seems to be something that is just stopping it from rising up to top tier. And from a lot of people who've watched my video and a lot of you guys who've tested out Xurkitree Parasect, a lot of you tell me that an issue obviously is things like Ace of Roller, switching out and stuff like that. So I thought, okay, maybe we try and combat that one in here. So we've added the Mr. Mime to prevent Ace of Rollers from really coming into play. I think a good way to really do this as well is to utilize your Guzmas very effectively, because if you can do that, then you can really pick off those Pokemon that they did try and retreat away whilst being confused and in the active. With that said, this deck is a very big, has a very big hole in its chest, which is, of course, against Charizard and Reshiram. Reshiram and Charizard. I don't know why I said it that way. However, we should be okay against it when I think about it. But I don't think we need the Mime in here. I kind of like the switch. So I'm going to get rid of the Lily and get ourselves a Jirachi. I would say would be the way to go here. But yeah, this deck is very weak to fire, which is not good considering the format we currently situate in. But yeah, there's something to it that I think can slightly, in some way, hold its own. It depends what type of Reshiram you're playing against. But if you're playing against your traditional Reshiram, usually they're like having their Reshiram just in the active, constantly KO victory. That's what they want, really, pretty much. So if you're playing against that traditional Reshiram deck, then you can actually put up a pretty fair game. So long as they don't retreat so often, which they're not going to look to do because it's quite hard to get the main attack charged up anyway. But if you can crawl Spike and keep them confused, a few lucky coin flips and you could really put up a good fight against the Reshiram deck, which is crazy. You could also tech into the deck. Like, one tech I have tried, it did lower the consistency, so I have taken it out, is a Frost Rotom deck. Sorry, not Frost Rotom deck. Putting in Frost Rotom, because you can add unit energy, which obviously allows you to use the Pheramosa attack still, but also have the water to use Frost Rotom. But the issue with that, of course, is the issue of charging up the Frost Rotom. You need an extra turn for an energy attachment to do that. You don't get the Beast Ring luxury that the Pheramosa has, and as I said, you are reducing its consistency because your Beast Rings, which are a really big part of this deck, believe it or not, are going to be less efficient because you're removing basic energy for special energy, so you've reduced the amount of basic energy you have, and if you prize them, you're a little bit screwed. So that's the thought process as to why I didn't include Frost Rotom in here, even though I could. And I hope that's the smart choice. I'm just going to say that. Now, I think 2 Jirachi is something we don't have to do, but I want to do it just for consistency's sake. Let's get this cool Spike going and just let the damage chip away at that thing. And here we go. Now, it's not as effective as Shrine of Punishment, obviously. You can throw in Shrine instead of Ultra Space. I throw in Ultra Space, again, just for consistency, because I'd rather use Ultra Balls and stuff, and Net Balls and Nest Balls to search out the stuff to get Parasect out. That seems to really work, which is what was a big struggle in Xurkitree and Parasect. It was really hard to get a bunch of Parasects out. Whereas in this deck, it seems to be just clean easy. So, and that's obviously a big portion of the deck. So there's that as well you have to consider. But yeah, it genuinely functions very well. But yeah, with that said, I've just said about, but yeah, 2 times in a row in the last 10 seconds, that's a bit stupid. Coming up against a Charizard is actually going to be quite tough, I'm not going to lie. Well, now that I think about it, because I haven't really considered that matchup, now I consider it, if they're going to use their ability to do damage to themselves and charge the energy onto them, which they don't need to do because they can just welder. But let's say hypothetically they do. They do damage to themselves, and then there's the Parasect damage. So there's a lot of damage you can deal to them, actually. Okay, so we're actually going to get this Eevee and Snorlax out the way, which is sweet. Now we need to get a Pheramosa ready to go for this Charizard, and hopefully I can prove my point. I don't look like an idiot. I really want to prove my point here. Okay, let's do this, and let's see if we can get... Oh, we actually didn't get it out. Okay, we have rescue stretches to get it out next turn if it goes down, so that's fine. We're just going to go into it. And we just have to hope we get Beast Ring, which is the main issue. But oh, they just gone for the quit. Okay, so be it. So even there against the Reshiram deck, although that was a bit of a different kind, you can see we definitely have some sort of fight up against it, which is again why I'm kind of considering whether or not the Frost Rotom is really necessary, considering how much it damages the main deck and how well the deck works. That's been from my testing anyway. If you could find a way to incorporate Frost Rotom and keep the deck running so well as it does currently for me, then by all means, go for it, because it will help you. Another fire deck. So again, I'd say the biggest counter to this deck is probably the one we're playing now. Oh Lord, why are you gonna do this, man? This is like the one deck we really struggle against. Is Blacephalon, baby Blacephalon. We have big problems against this deck. But if we can kind of get set up, which it seems like we can here very well, actually, thanks to the netball. So I'd rather get the netball for energy here. If I'm going to be honest. Well, actually, no. 3 Parasects it will do 120 in one turn. So I think, I'll be honest with you, I think the 3rd Parasect is almost necessary here. Oh, we can't, though. We've only got... We've actually prized 2 Parasects. Yikes. Okay, that's fine. We get the early donk, which is nice, but I'm kind of scared of them just going, well, the attachment done. You know, I'm really worried about that. But we have to fight. We can't just fight out of fear, can we? Which we're gonna go for the donk. We're gonna go for the donk. The little turn on donk. I don't mind. Oh, I didn't Stellar Wish. Ah, no, I'm an idiot. Okay, king of misplays here. Just forgive me. Okay, first raid. Let's just do that. That's fine. We got the Beast Ring, so we can get this charged up next turn. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Oh Lord, the energy spinner. Oh, they're just gonna do it, aren't they? They're just gonna weld out and pow. Oh God, this deck is just so good at doing this. Don't have it. You ain't got it. You ain't got it. Come on. Although they are gonna hit some crazy damage if they do. Fine. They don't. Okay. Wasn't it 50? So they'll be doing 120 on us there. Okay. They hit 0. Oh yeah, because yeah. Thank you. You helped me. Okay, let's not play so drastic. We can be cheeky and go for a switch, but I want to save the switches. Although we could switch and go for a... Really hope to get a Guzma. Oh, I actually feel like risking it just for that. Like, if we get a Guzma here, that'd be dope. Okay, I really want to get this Blacephalon, because that's going to be a big deal here. Right, let's hunt for the Guzma. We don't get it, I'm afraid. Okay, that's fine. That's fine with me. That's fine with me. A bit of a waste of a switch, but hey, sometimes... Wow, even they've quit. Jesus, 2 fire decks and the one deck that I really hate playing against, and they've just quit on us like that. That is just dope. That is dope. Obviously, it's not because of how well we're playing, although we are setting up very well pretty much every game. It's obviously because they've set up quite poorly, so that makes some sense, obviously, that they're going to quit, because if they're setting up poorly, especially on PTCGO, they're going to be like, nah, just can it. Let's just go to the next game and see if it's the RNG that's treating me wrong or if it's the deck list. That's usually how it happens on PTCGO. Right, so you're probably wondering what the hell is happening. The background's different. I look different. Basically, let me just describe it. I actually wasn't able to complete the video then. My son did come home. He was out for the day. So he came home, so of course I had to stop recording. And now I actually am free to record. It's just as simple as that. But I did want to get into another game and show you this deck a bit more. So I thought, why not just continue and get it going from there? So with that, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I believe what I was saying was something down the line of the deck being, 1, pretty good, 2, somewhat able to actually to stand up against decks like Reshiram, which of course would just destroy us if anything. And of course I was mentioning as well the text, wasn't I, about the card The card Frost Rotom, there it is. Took me a second there. The card Frost Rotom being something that I'd like to tech, but is a bit too hard to deal with. Anyway, let's just see what we're up against now. I'd love to be up against, again, another top tier deck. Considering how well this deck's been doing for me, I would like to come up against some top tier stuff. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. Okay. Giratina Malamar, that's actually a much harder one to deal with. We can effectively work our way around the spell tag that this deck plays. So that would be kind of good if we just let the Parasect do its thing. So we don't get spell tagged everywhere. But, well, speaking of, the digits discard one of them. But this just seems like a very, so far, a very standard Giratina Malamar. And one thing I really should be careful, which is something I'm never careful of when I play this matchup, is the, what's it called? Minoggin's not working. Minoggin's not working. Ultra Necrozma, there it is. The Ultra Necrozma G-Light. Yes, G-Light. Oh my god. Sky Scorching Light GX. That's something I'm going to be very cautious about because that GX attack is like, it's done bits, man. It's done. It's actually absolutely wrecked me before. So I've got to be a bit careful about that, which is not really fun. With that said, getting a Jirachi here is probably the best way to go if we don't top deck a draw supporter. Because we're going to have to Guzma Jirachi and hope he gets something worthwhile. But it's going to be a tough one. I think getting that Giratina into the active is actually the best thing to do. Because that way we force him to have to retreat or play Guzma to get the Giratina charged up. So I think that's the best thing to do. So let's aim for that now, depending on what they do. They could drop a Marshadow, so that could kind of work in our favor. Considering our hand. But we can still get a we can still get I know they play this card in Malamar, but I haven't seen that one in a Giratina version in recent builds, if I'm correct. I could be wrong though. Wow, okay. This is exactly how Malamar became great. Just a constant acrobikes, straight just consistency and turbo, like it's mad. Okay, definitely Jirachi. In fact, it's probably better to get the Dawnwings out. So it can't Invasion. Well, Invasion didn't want to be inactive. Alright, listen. Let's... Oh, yikes. This is bad, man. This is kind of a bad start. Bad start. Do we get the Aether? No, I think we go for the switch. And we just try and hold off until next turn. It's going to be quite hard because this deck's very good at getting a turn 2 attack. So I'm a bit worried, I'm not going to lie. Now they do need energy in a discard pile, which obviously they haven't got just yet. So there's that. Maybe this deck plays the... Altar of the Moon. Maybe it plays that. That would be interesting. So they can give their Dawnwings just constant free retreat. In which case we got to be careful with these Aether Paradises. Like, for real, man. Like, genuinely. But no energies in the discard pile yet. Maybe they've got another Lily, hence why they're probably getting stuff out. I'm guessing they got a Lily to work with. And listen, I'm a bit shocked why they didn't go for a third Inkay. It might be a bit crazy going for free Malamar, but being able to constantly reuse your Giratina is insane. It's busted. So if they have free Malamar out and a Giratina's KO, they can just bring the Giratina back, fully charge it without even needing an energy in hand, and just go from there. Alright, Jirachi, save my life, man. Save me. Save me. Oh, no. Man, we're getting all the stadiums then, aren't we? Jesus. Okay, doesn't really do us any favors, not gonna lie. Even if we go for a Guzma play, doesn't do anything good for us. I could Guzma the Giratina out, but that's pretty much the same as having this out. It makes no real difference, really. But they do need some sort of switch play or something. They could be dead drawing too, which is really good for us. Okay, they are. And we're like, come on! PTCG, you're giving me a chance. Ah, yes! Okay, I was a bit worried, not gonna lie, because I was sitting there going, how many chances do I need to actually get a turn to kick off? We just need a supporter. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gosh, alright. Let's make a move here. Okay, we making moves out here now. Ah, we making moves. Okay, let's get a Paris down. not going to commit the Beast Energy just yet. I'm just going to commit this one, considering we don't have a retreat yet. So I think we just pass there. And if we pull off the Jirachi a Switch and a Skateboard, a Guzma, we can get rolling here and start digging into. I'd say the Malamars is the best thing to go for. This deck is nothing without Malamars, so I think we just got to target the Malamars as much as we can. So we have to be very, very careful with what we do here. Now I do need a retreat or a Guzma. You ain't got it. You ain't got it. Oh, they got the switch. Okay. God damn it. Alright, we could still Erica for some pretty nice damage, so. Damage? Yeah. Yes, I'll play a support card for damage. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I think this, if we get some Parases out, this could definitely work. But they're going to have their loop soon, which is quite scary. Okay, Parasect does 40 damage on top of the 90, so that actually is dead on, which is great. I'm not going to play the Choice Band just yet. We don't need it now. Don't need it now. Good stuff. Good stuff. I actually don't mind. Should I go double Jirachi here? Obviously, I can switch Jirachi a Skateboard, but I'd rather save that till next turn. I think we just hold what we've got here. We could get a second Jirachi out, but that's fine. If we get KO'd, we can do that next turn and switch play. So, always fine by me. So, Cruel Spike's going to come in here and actually get the KO without activating the spell tag, which is so sick, man. That's so dope. Alright, so they don't get the little spread damage, which would have KO'd the Ditto. So, that's really relevant. That's really relevant. Good stuff. Good stuff. In fact, I shouldn't have evolved the Paras. I should have evolved the Ditto. That was a bit of a dum-dum on my part. But they can come in, obviously, double up on the Giratina there and kind of just make a move with their either switch or whatever they're going for. But we do have a thinnable hand for Lily, which is okay. So I don't mind that. That's okay. This is why Sky Scorching Light is good. If you can Distortion Door on a few Jirachis and stuff, you're bringing them all into the one-hit KO range for a Sky Scorching Light. It's that dangerous. And the thing is, you can't really do much about Sky Scorching Light. It just drops. They attach the metal energy. Bang. Good to go. Pretty much. As long as you have some sort of retreat. You're in the perfect spot. So, it's a bit concerning when you play against something like that. So, it just be what it be. It do what it do. Right. I don't mind this getting KO'd as such, because we do get the Beast Ring to work with next turn. In fact, I don't mind dropping something here. Getting this, it's a bit risky going for the extra Jirachi here, but I want to thin my hand. And we can actually make a little cheeky Jirachi play because of it as well. So, let's see what we rock with here. Beast Ring, perfect. Oh, but it's the Ultra Ball. No. The Ultra Ball is actually more likely to come off the Lily here. So, let's be real. All right. Let's do that. Let's Lily. Oh, perfect. Sweet. Okay. Then we can retreat to the Pheramosa. Let's get this KO. We can actually come in with a nice cheeky 180 if they come in with the Dawn Wings. Once they KO this Pheramosa. If we get a Choice Band. Which would be perfect. Unless they go for their GX attack. So I'd have to see. Considering we are behind. So they can do the GX attack, but they have to get that going. But again, they need draw. They do need some sort of draw. And the third Malamar is like so important. But the thing is, these Malamars are going to be quite easy to KO, which is nice. Even something like this Parasect can do some dirt, which is just stupid. We can actually Ultra Ball away the... Oh, I don't know. I'm a bit worried about getting rid of this, although I guess the numbers aren't too relevant. I mean, Moonlight Eclipse makes it relevant, I'll tell you that. Yeah, Moonlight Eclipse makes it very relevant, actually. So, they can't go for the one-shot with Moonlight. That's actually super relevant, unless they go for a Choice Band, but... They ain't playing that. They ain't playing the Choice Band. All right, this is excellent. We can get rid of the... I don't mind getting rid of the Nest Ball in the Ultra Space for another Parasect here. Good stuff. I could attach to the Parasect here for turn, but I'm just going to hold off here. We have everything we need in our hands. So I'm not even going to play the Cynthia. Let's just go for the Cruel Spike here. Get another prize card. Again, they will take us out. But if we get the right stuff, we still have Guzma plays available. We still have the Beast Ring here, which is going to be great. And again, considering how small their hand is, if we can just stick that in the active for 2 turns, if we don't pull the Choice Band, then that's great. Although is our GX attack really necessary? I mean, we could just try and stick it in the active with Cruel Spike if we don't get the Choice Band. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Because then after that, we have 2 Guzmas left, and that can give us game right now. If we just take out that Dawn Wings, I'm just worried about activating the spell tag. Yeah, if we just take out that Dawn Wings without activating the spell tag, that would be good. But I mean, I'm going to take the chance if we get a one-shot chance to take it out. I'm not even going to skip on that. We do have to get choice. Oh, is Beast Ring going to, like, happen, though? Oh, we got the Choice Band. Okay. But we do need a Guzma, unfortunately. Let's see if Beast Ring actually has stuff in there. Okay, I was worried about not having any energy in deck. I'll be honest with you. Genuinely worried there. We kind of have to go for the Cynthia here. Okay. There's that almighty bad boy there. We still have a chance to win, actually. Pretty decent chance. I don't mind just going in for this Giratina. I don't think we get the KO here, though, but we do get the Confusion. So, unless we go for our GX attack. Oh, okay. Dilemma time. Dilemma time. We're only hitting 120 on this. They'd have to retreat, and they're probably Invasion, actually, if I'm thinking anything. They could retreat and Invasion, yeah. So I think we have to GX here. Man, that's such a dilemma. But bear in mind, we haven't played our 2 Guzmas yet. We have one in hand. We can Guzma up these bad boys and just pick them off for game. Yes, we have to GX. I'm not even going to give them a chance to get another turn where they can go and retreat and attack and stuff like that. Obviously, they do get the Distortion Door, but I just want to just give them as much problems as I can. Again, not really getting those Malamars is a pain, but if we could just take one of them out, that would be good. I'm just really worried about us getting taken down. We can't. There's nothing they can do to one-shot us this turn, which is good. My biggest concern really is following up after this Pheramosa goes down. So I'm not going to lie. I might just throw an energy on the Parasect and kind of leave this Malamar for last, effectively. And if we just hold our hand and get another KO this turn without needing to go for the Guzma, then we can just take out this Malamar to finish the game with Parasect. That's something we can do. There's that Distortion Door. Again, got to watch the Sky Scorching Light. They are definitely getting these 2. So they are getting 2 prizes off the Sky Scorching Light. No! No, they've done it! Oh, no! Oh, that's bad. They've countered the stadium so they can just... Oh, they can just come in and... Oh, they can Moon Eclipse. But the thing is, if they Moon Eclipse, they don't get the Sky Scorching Light. So there's that. But... Hold on. Hold on! Oh, my God. Okay, they do take this out. Oh, bad. Sad times, sad times. Super sad times. We could go for the coin flip on the Parasect. Like, that could be our saving grace. But they're just going to retreat into the Giratina at that point. Oh, man. That counter stadium was everything. Like, seriously, it was everything. And they've just thrown in the Absol as well, you cheeky bugger. All right. I mean, in that case, we can just drop another Pheramosa down and just Guzma up the Malamar, take it out with a first raid. And then they have to take out this for game, or they have to get Guzma for game, which, by the way, I haven't seen them play once. So they could definitely be holding off on their Guzmas. We can actually utilize this as well to get the energy. So we can actually just do that, go for our own Guzma. I mean, taking out the Malamar is not that relevant now because they have 3 of them. But if we can just get a turn here where we can do things right, we'll be still in the road to win. So we have to Guzma anyway, because obviously they have immunity. So I think we use Viridian Forest here, get rid of probably the Lily. Or should we, no, get rid of the Pheramosa. Because we only need one now, so Let's use the promo. Let's go for the promo. Promorosa. Okay, so let's use you. Get rid of the Pheramosa. Get this energy out onto the... We could go for this Parasect, but that could be something we can do, I guess, alternatively. Obviously, the Jirachi can't retreat. But now we can do that to stop them from utilizing that, even though it's not really that big. It's not something they're going to be utilizing anyway. We could switch, but I kind of prefer the Guzma. It kind of just helps us seal the deal a little bit. Yeah, and then we can Lily or something. All right, let's take out this Malamar. And let's just hope they haven't got Guzma for game. Oh, this is intense, man. That Absol is going to be a real pain in the backside, though. Oh, this is so intense! Oh my god! Okay, they get the energy. They can come in with the Giratina. Bruh. They got the Guzma for game. God damn it. We were so close to just beating this deck. Oh, that counter stadium was everything. When they dropped the Aether Paradise and went for their Moon's Eclipse GX, that changed everything. They got the KO, which was so critical. Again, if we had one turn, you can see here we only needed one price. So if we had one turn where we survived a hit, we probably would have won. So like that one counter stadium was everything in that matchup. That is crazy. It's insane when you see a whole game change by one small play. It's insane. Okay, with that said, let me show you the deck. It is something I would heavily recommend you play. It is really fun and really enjoyable. It's something that you can just throw on the ladder, mess around with for a bit, feel a bit fresh in playing the game, and give it a shot and see what it does for you. With that said, let me know your thoughts, of course, in the comment section down below, and of course do subscribe for more, as well as leaving a like. Also, if you do want to check out any other videos, I will probably put some annotations up for you guys, so you can go and check out any more if you do enjoy. But with that all said, what is most important is that you do take care of yourself, and peace.